If I say Erling Haaland, what would you say?
No fair? What do you want me to say?
No fair.
Of him? A man is not afraid to a man. Why I would be afraid?
One of the best players of all times, like
Yes.
maybe.
Yes, for sure he's maybe one of the best. But you know to who I'm afraid? To God. But I don't see him in the picture. So for me, a man don't make me afraid. It's a very good player, very good team. But they have to show they are the best because we're gonna be there. We're gonna defend Inter. We're gonna give everything to win this final.
And how will you do it?
Working hard. Working hard. It's not gonna be easy. We're gonna do the same how we did the last games.
Thank you.
Why I'm gonna be afraid?
I don't know. I would be afraid.
I'm not.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just in awe of that particular video. I had to play that. Oh my God. We're going to talk a lot about André Onana. He's the headline at the moment. He is absolutely the headline.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that video. A man cannot fear another man. He said he fears God, and God's not in the field. So who's Haaland? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just... That video, honestly, it just showcased what type of a personality and character André Onana is. I mean, you look for characters that are beyond just a footballer, and for me, he's really starting to catch my eye, ladies and gentlemen. He's really starting to catch my eye. Let me know in the live chat. Big up to each and every one of you guys. Redom, Royston, Rain, Dominic. Dominic, I saw your comment. And by that time I was already preparing to come live, so big up to you, man. I'm live right now. Chelsea boy, Ens, Yaya, Joshua, Lucky, Mish, Aaron, Marco, Zenish. Big up to all of you guys, man. Big up to Bertram. Big up to everyone. Harad, CFC Steven. Yeah, big up to each and every one of you guys, man. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, André Onana, man. What do you guys think about André Onana? Let me know in the live chat. I'm getting hooked. I'm seriously getting hooked to this particular player. Look, my number one choice was Mike Maignan. Like, honestly, Mike Maignan was my number one choice, but I'm slowly starting to sway towards André Onana. I am slowly starting to sway towards André Onana. Miz, did you see that high performance Poch interview? Nah, man. I know there was the Soccer Aid match that was going on. I saw some clips and the highlights. I didn't catch any interview or anything like that. I know there was some quotes that were circulating around social media in regards to him saying, "Oh, we created a lot of chances, but we didn't put away." A lot of people were saying he's already practicing to be the Chelsea manager. But yeah, man, I'm starting to sway towards André Onana, and I feel like Chelsea Football Club, do your level best. Do your level best to get this particular goalkeeper. Off the back of the high praise that Pep Guardiola gave as well. I mean, and he had a very, very good Champions League final. In fact, an excellent Champions League final. He saved a couple of really good chances from Erling Haaland as well, 1v1. And obviously, his ball-playing ability, there was a time it looked like he was playing as a regista. Man, I'm in absolute awe about this particular player. Do you know what? We need to see this video one more time. We just need to see this video one more time, man. I'm just in absolute awe of this particular player, man. Massively in awe of this particular player. Let's check this out one more time.
If I say Erling Haaland, what would you say?
No fair? What do you want me to say?
No fair.
Of him?
Of him?
A man is not afraid to a man.
A man is not afraid to a
Why I will
man.
be afraid?
One of the best players of all times. Like
Yes.
maybe
Yes, for sure, he's maybe one of the best. But you know to who I'm afraid? To God. But I don't see him in the picture. So for me, a man don't make me afraid. It's a very good player, very good team. But they have to show they are the best because we're gonna be there. We're gonna defend Inter.
I just love that man. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I love his personality. I love what he was saying. Yeah, we're just gonna work hard. We're gonna show them. Inter's gonna bring the game. They're gonna have to play the best. This is the kind of mentality. This is the kind of attitude that I need from the players of Chelsea Football Club. None of this after losing a particular match last season. So many players would come out and say, "Oh no, do you know what? This is a step forward. We played well. We did well. This, that, the other." No, no. We're not going to be sugarcoating losses next season. We simply will not sugarcoat losses. We need to be serious. And I don't mean go out there and win the Premier League and win so many domestic cups, this, that, the other. No, we have to operate in a serious manner. And in order to operate in a serious manner, I feel you need the right characteristics, the right characters in the football club. And André Onana, ladies and gentlemen, comes across to me as an absolute beast. Monster mentality. Absolute monster mentality. Andy Dillon exclusive. This dropped late last night, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea are ready to move for Onana, and Kalidou Koulibaly could be used as bait in the deal, as well as Romelu Lukaku. Poch is a huge admirer of Onana. Now, I don't know how much how much of that is true in terms of Poch being a huge admirer of Onana. At this stage, we seem to see so many bits and pieces of news which finishes off the particular news by saying, "Oh, Poch is an admirer. Poch really wants this player, this, that, the other." So we might have to take that portion of the report with a pinch of salt. But I can see this isn't too far-fetched for me. Kalidou Koulibaly has not really worked out at Chelsea Football Club. And I think this is a decent proposition. Kalidou Koulibaly going back to Serie A where he was doing well. And Inter Milan are looking for centre-backs. I think recently they were linked with Chalobah. But I think Kalidou Koulibaly makes a lot of sense. Now the wages will be a massive issue. Is it going to be a loan? How much are we going to pay part of the loan? How much is Inter Milan going to pay? So, look, the link is not far-fetched one bit. I can see it happening. We're interested in Onana. I can't see any other big clubs at the moment interested in a goalkeeper. I think Spurs are interested in a goalkeeper, but they won't come anywhere near the caliber of these type of players. They'll probably look within Premier League, maybe. I don't think they'll be chasing this level of money. I think André Onana is supposedly going to be about 50 million. I think this is what Nizar was saying. But this is the price tag that was floating around. This is what Fabrizio Romano said, that around 50, 60 sort of million range, Inter Milan will seriously consider. So Chelsea will step up their pursuit of Inter Milan goalkeeper André Onana. They have settled on Onana as their primary target and now set to reopen dialogue with Inter Milan. Inter want at least 50 million, and alternative options include Giorgi Mamardashvili, I think this is the goalkeeper from Valencia, Gregor Kobel from Dortmund, and David Raya from Brentford. So look, if these are the options, please, Chelsea Football Club, do not disappoint us. Build that backbone, build that solid spine, and in the base of it, make it André Onana. Very, very good 1v1 goalkeeper. Very, very good in shot stopping as well. And in fact, quite excellent with the ball. Like what I saw him do against Man City, that was mind-blowing. I knew he was always good with distribution, but he was playing like a regista. He was playing as like a deep-lying playmaker. Do you know what I mean? Which was mad. And this could be some sort of I wouldn't say revolutionary thing, because I've seen Ter Stegen be just as audacious as well. Ter Stegen's distribution is immense, man. Same with Edison of Man City, Allison as well. I mean, this could be a different dimension to our game. I mean, a lot of people praise Kepa for his ball playing ability. I kid you not. Look, I think it's a bit overhyped. I think Kepa's ball playing ability is definitely overhyped. Mendy definitely is not a ball playing goalkeeper. Andre Onana, he will act like a register, which will allow us to push our players a little bit forward, the line to be pushed up a little bit more, which will be very beneficial when it comes to playing a mid to low block team. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on board. I am completely on board. All this time I was saying Mike Magnan, Mike Magnan, Mike Magnan. Look, I still think Andre Onana still has the capacity to be erratic every now and then, but the attitude, his personality, his character, I'm sold, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely sold. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. Kisho, to me, this means Poch not ready. He hasn't had one good training sessions with the team to decide what's going on, and yet all I'm hearing is bye. Isn't he here to improve players? I mean, look, yeah, of course he's here to improve players, but there are certain players that you just have to say, you know what, you're just not good enough. Kepa, we've now seen for quite a number of seasons, and he's got flaws. He's got distinct flaws that no manager is capable of fixing. Mendy, we know, has distinct flaw with his feet. No one is fixing that. So this isn't about, we're thinking about buying all of these players now. Another goalkeeper. Let's try and make our current goalkeepers better. It doesn't work like that. They don't have the fundamentals. They don't have the fundamentals. For goalkeepers, it's not the same as outfield players. You can't just turn a goalkeeper all of a sudden into an excellent ball-playing goalkeeper. You just cannot. So this is different. This is different. And we are going to have a lot of outgoings anyway. He's always been this way. He plays like a field player. He was a striker once. He's not just distribution, but like an actual player. Just a little bit of risk about him. Yeah, no, there is definitely a little bit of risk, but overall, I think sensational goalkeeper to have. Should have signed Onana when we signed Mendy. Look, I'm not going to diss Mendy. Mendy did some madness for us, man. Mendy absolutely did some madness for us that Champions League season. What happened post that, I don't know. I really don't know. It was after the African Cup of Nations for me where he just never got his, mind together. Like he was making so many mistakes after so many mistakes after so many mistakes, and then he had a poor World Cup as well. And then after the World Cup, Kepa took over pretty much. So, yeah, man. And even before the World Cup, it was Kepa that was the number one goalkeeper for Graham Potter because of his ball playing ability. But I think Kepa's ball playing ability is overrated, to be honest. Onana, I think coming from the Barca Academy, that's why he's good with the ball. I didn't know that. He's from the Barca Academy. Interesting. Man, you demand 60 million for Sancho, but when it comes to Mount, they want to pay 40. Man, you demand 60. Exactly. And I get it. Contract terms come into play. Sancho, I think, has 3 more seasons left in his contract. Mount in his final year. I understand that. But Mount has been unbelievable for Chelsea up until the last 18 months, right? And you probably think that with a settled environment, with a manager, more settled, structure that they have at the moment with Man United, with Eric Ten Hag, that they can get something out of Mason Mount. I truly do think they will get something out of Mason Mount. In fact, I think if Mason Mount had stayed under Poch would have got a lot out of Mason Mount. I've said it repeatedly. I think Mason Mount could have been an important player under Poch. But the sad scenario is that he wants to leave, and Chelsea Football Club don't seem to really entertain his demands either. So both are right. Both are right in their own ways. So I'm not going to have a go at any one of them. But Sancho, what has Sancho done? What has Sancho done in the last 2 seasons? A whole heap of nothing. So 60 million for Sancho, and they don't want to cough up more than 40 million, which is a joke. They should easily be coughing up about 55 million. But anyway, coming back to the whole Onana situation, Miss, did you hear that David Raya accepting personal terms with Spurs? Your boy Ange is already cooking. There you go. Yeah, David Raya. This is what I expected from Spurs as well. That they wouldn't be looking at a goalkeeper like Onana or someone else because it's obviously going to cost a lot of money. David Raya potentially will be about 30 million, 35 million maybe. So they'll probably get that done. Look, we need to get Onana done. We need to get Onana done. And obviously we've got a lot of dealings to make with Inter Milan. Romelu Lukaku, we need to discuss what's going to happen with that particular player. We can even perhaps give them Mendy. Because obviously we need to get rid of a goalkeeper, if not both the goalkeepers. If I'm being absolutely honest, I don't think Kepa wants to be a second string goalkeeper anymore. So yeah, let's do the deal. And Kalidou Koulibaly's name's getting thrown around as well, ladies and gentlemen. That perhaps we could use him as part of the negotiation for Onana. Why not? I mean, look, I don't mind Kalidou Koulibaly sticking around for another season just to see how he all goes. I think it's very, very premature to make a judgment off the back of the first season. Everyone's had a poor season, and it's his first season at Chelsea Football Club. Let's see what he does. But at the same time, we've got Levi Colwill coming back, and we want to make sure he becomes an important player for us in the defensive side of things. We've got Badiashile. Kalidou Koulibaly seems like a player that is in excess at the moment, like is surplus to requirement. So I like this situation. I'm more than happy to negotiate with Inter Milan, even though I don't, I've got a bad taste in regards to Inter Milan and doing deals with them. But I think in this situation, there's a lot of moving parts. They potentially want Lukaku back. They're looking for another CB because Skriniar is leaving. So we could do something. And obviously, we've got keen interest on some of their players. Onana being a massive, massive interest for us. In fact, our primary goalkeeper target. And then there's links towards Lautaro Martinez as well, who I'm not too keen, but nonetheless, there's links. Did you guys see how Onana was firing up Lautaro after their loss? He is spirit lifter for sure, and Chelsea need that. We are dead mentality after conceding. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. This is the kind of character I would love to see at Chelsea Football Club. I prefer Onana. We are in modern era of football. There is something called quantitative superiority. This is when keepers adds as a starter to build up phase as opposed to a CB. Pep top coaches do it. Nah, you're right, man. You're right. People will legitimately start talking about, as opposed to, when they say formation 4-3-3, they will legitimately start talking about 1-4-3-3. Like, you'll have to start including goalkeepers into the scenario because they will become an integral part of how you build up. And some goalkeepers like Onana, the way he line breaking passes, you're going to have to put some respect to that quality, man. Inter desperately want a CB, so they will want either Koulibaly or Chalobah. Happy to give either, if I'm being absolutely honest about things. Point 44, good to see you. Koulibaly has been a real shame. Thought he would bring calmness, composure, and quality, but he's been shown up by Fofana and Badiashile. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He just hasn't settled. But yeah, I'm okay to give him another chance. However, having said that, when you got Levi Colwill potentially coming back as well, honestly, Koulibaly becomes absolute surplus to requirement. Miz wants us sign a striker like Joselu. That guy is mad. Is that the guy from La Liga? I think so. Yeah, Joselu. Is that the same guy that played for Newcastle a while back? Look, I don't know too much about Joselu, but I need someone who's going to bang in goals, man. Skriniar leaving and their other CB are very old. Inter really need some CB. They have only Bastoni. So there could be a deal. There could be a deal that we can do here. Colwill plus 35 million plus Caicedo, Kalidou Koulibaly and Lukaku for Onana. And I want to keep Colwill, man. I really would like to keep Colwill. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely down for André Onana, man. I think Mike Magnan, AC Milan probably don't want to let him go, but I've changed my opinion in terms of who's my number one now. I think André Onana, that added incentive of having that elite mentality, that monster mentality, that character, squares up on opposition players, lifts his own players. The way he talks in press conferences or interviews is just, yeah, man, there's that aura that people have been talking about online. There is definitely that aura, undoubtedly. And about 50 million, I think this is something we can do. I think we can definitely do that. Offset that off with Lukaku's loan, maybe one more year. Kalidou Koulibaly as well, Chalaba, whatever you need. We can offset that price with our players that are surplus to our requirements as well. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about Cesare Casadei has won the Under-20 World Club Player of the Tournament. This is huge. This is huge. I know it's under-20s. I get it. Like, it's kids, sure. But it's not a Mickey Mouse World Cup either. Like, it's not just a bunch of nobodies. It's sad that Casadei's Italy didn't win the World Cup. They lost in the final to Uruguay. But Casadei gets out of this World Cup being the player of the tournament. That's huge, man. That is huge. Now, off the back of this, you could not have asked for any better result from this World Cup for one of our players. Besides this, to go there and just be the player of the tournament, like, that is the best. Pronounce Cesare Casadei. Cesare Casadei. That's how it's pronounced. Cesare Casadei. Okay, no problems. Cesare Casadei. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, have I pronounced that right? Is that the right way of pronouncing it? Representing your country is a big deal. Joshua saying, no, you're right. Poch should be very, very impressed. He should be very, very impressed about this particular player. And off the back of this World Cup performance, we have to take him somewhat seriously. We really do. We need to give him an opportunity in the preseason. We need to see what he can bring in the senior team. And he had a very decent loan spell at Reading as well. It was obviously half season, but I think a couple of times he might have won Player of the Month award for Reading, and overall did very well. There was a lot of praise from the Reading side of things. So he definitely needs to get an opportunity in the preseason, and I hope he takes it with both hands and becomes, one of the backups in midfield, and potentially getting minutes off the bench. Similarly with Santos, I wish we had the same feelings towards Chukwuemeka, but it looks like Chukwuemeka potentially might be going on a loan. Nothing's confirmed as yet. I think Fabrizio Romano tweeted something out. We'll have a quick look at that tweet in regards to Chukwuemeka. This is the David Raya. Brentford director Lee Dykes and Raya. We sat in front of David and said, if you go beyond us, then that's time for you to go. It's well within his rights, he told. 40 million fee, you have to pay double than reported 20 million because he can play in number 10. Yeah, I mean, look, I think André Onana is far superior when it comes to ball playing ability. David Raya is not bad, that's for sure, but I don't think he's anywhere near André Onana's ability in terms of ball playing. Here we go. 1 hour ago, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea have not changed their stance about Carney Chukwuemeka. No plan to include any buy option clause in case of loan deal, as Carney considered part of the future project. Loan is not even guaranteed yet, as it depends on Pochettino, final choice, and more outgoing. So look, it looks like Chelsea are probably more inclined to letting him go as opposed to as opposed to sending someone like Cesare Casadei. I'm always going to find it very difficult to pronounce this guy's name. I'm not even lying. Cesare Casadei. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, look, I'm more than happy to see this guy be part of our preseason. He's absolutely demolished the Under-20 World Cup. I think he ended up scoring 7 goals and few assists, something like that. Let me know in the live chat what was his stats in the World Cup. But yeah, they call him the Italian Ballack, man. They call him the Italian Ballack. He definitely can finish. And he's he's got size about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's big. And he's young. Like, he's only going to get better and bigger. Do you know what I mean? So I don't mind seeing him. I really don't mind seeing him in the preseason setup. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. To be honest, I care very little about what a player says. Lukaku is a big talker as well, and he's total clown. For me, Magnan is Alisson, Edison level. Onana is also very good, but Magnan is elite level. Now, Magnan definitely is. He's stupendous, but I am getting very excited about Onana, man. I really am. I'm starting to connect with him, which is, that's when I feel very close to a particular player, man. So for me, Onana, if we can land him as our goalkeeper, I think that would be sensational. FIFA need to change the rules for us. Then we can buy other club and send these young players there. The multi-club model. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yes, 7. He scored 7 goals. There you go. It's the same as Pi's first name. It's the same as Pi's first name. Yeah, okay. It's the same as Aspie's first name. I don't know what's going on here. Casadei overhyped. Casadei overhyped. Overhyped. Okay, fair enough. Italian Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Talking about names, is Miz your name or is short? It's short version. It's a short version. So, maybe on Instagram I'll let you know my full name, but it is a shorter version. Let's see what else you guys are saying about Casadei. Miz, I've watched this young man. He's superb. Good, super good. He's super good. I tell you. There you go. No, he's amazing, man. Like, we need to have a plan for these youngsters. We really do need to have a plan for these youngsters. I just don't want us to loan him and then he falls in love with another club. We need to let him know he's in our plans. This is what I said about Kani Chukwuemeka as well, sending him away, much like what we did with Colwell, and then they start appreciating the loanee club. We need to have a plan for these people, like for these players. Please read Sebastian's comments on Casadei. Sure, no problems. I'll have a look into that. G11W is short for Miz the Legend. Yeah. Seb has a good breakdown of Casadei's style. Not the best technically, but you cannot teach goal scoring. No, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, we'll slowly wrap things up. Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea and Arsenal share the same target in Brighton's Moses Caicedo, but the Blues are expected to attack the situation soon with new, fresh contacts. Arsenal's priority remains Declan Rice. Look, if that's the case, if Arsenal's priority is Declan Rice, then go out there and just get Moses Caicedo done. I don't want it dragged out. I would love to see Moses Caicedo in our preseason. I don't want this to be dragged out middle of August or end of August, a week before Premier League starts. Like, get jobs done quick. Get it done quick. By the end of this month, we're nearly halfway through June. By the end of this month, can we get as many outgoings happening? And then if we can get someone like Caicedo, André Onana, that'd be a great start. I fully understand the striker target could take a bit of time, and that's fine. That's okay. Because maybe we need to be concerned about the FFP situation. Of course, we're concerned about the FFP situation, and the books will close on 30th of June, so we have to balance all of that. And then the striker happens after that. I can completely understand. Even with Onana and Moses Caicedo, I'll be fine if it's the first week of July. But anything later than that, like we need to just we have to have a better plan, man. We have to have better execution. It just cannot be rolling like this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to slowly wrap things up. Let's see what you guys are saying. Arsenal will not sign both. I hope they don't, but they do have the capacity to sign both. What I want to know is, why isn't Declan Rice our priority? Something went wrong. Something definitely went wrong. And apparently we've ticked off Declan Rice. Why do I feel we're waiting for Arsenal to bid on Caicedo? Yeah, if we mess around too long, we'll probably lose that target as well. Means I think we'll go for a striker and DM after this financial year. I think so as well. I think that will probably be the case. Means one final question from me. If you guaranteed world-class DM and world-class GK, but no striker, would you go for that? Look, I will still go for that, but it does, it does keep us a bit short up front. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need goals. I don't know who's going to score 20 goals for us. We can potentially make do with having Nkunku up front, potentially then keeping Kai Havertz. Maybe Kai Havertz then ends up being up front and Nkunku just behind him. Not ideal. This is not what I want, but that's probably what's going to end up happening. Or maybe down the track, if Armando Broja kickstarts his career again, then we could look into that. But yeah, Lukaku, definitely, I don't want him back. Aubameyang is leaving. David Fofana probably going to get loaned. So it just leaves Havertz. Now, Havertz don't want to be at Chelsea Football Club either. So, look, yeah, man, we can't just be relying on Broja. I don't even know where his fitness levels are, like off the back of that huge injury. So it's not ideal, but if we have to live with that, then it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.